All right, today we're having a short update on my progress with my passenger side window, fuzzies, and track on my 55 two-door wagon. That's today here in the Shade Tree Garage. All right, today just a quick update on my progress on finishing my passenger side door. Let's see, I've got my wing vent ready to put in. And once I get it in, which I'll probably do tomorrow, I'll be able to finalize the location of the two fuzzy strips, one on the outside edge of the window opening in the door. This is a sedan door. And then on the inside where it attaches to the garnish molding. Now I did have a complication with the garnish molding side, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Now the outside fuzzy strip, that fuzzy strip is held in place with tabs that snap into the window opening. There's no mistaking where it goes. The only thing you have to do is to have the wing vent in so that you know how to tuck the end. And then of course the stainless steel trim goes in at the rear edge of the door, right next to the door channel that comes down into the door. So you have to finish it just so. But anyway, I've got those ready to rock and roll. And the garnish molding I had to do a little work on. Actually, I had to use some Croyle, the staples that were in the garnish molding holding the fuzzy track. Well, the only thing left of the fuzzy track was the track. Nothing fuzzy about it. And the staples, of course. Now, I don't know how much of this car lived outside without any window in that passenger window, but the staples in that garnish molding were rusted tight, and so I really wanted to get the staples out. Now, the molding the replacement comes with staples to put it back in, and of course you can just line the holes up, and then once you get it in, you can bend them back on the inside. But I thought that was a pretty neat trick to have the staples ready to go, but you have to get the old ones out. So last night I put some little dabs of Croyle on the staples to try to loosen some of the rust and get them to come out. Didn't want the staples to break off and then clog the original holes that I could use to put the replacement staples in. So I soaked it overnight with Croyle. And so gingerly this afternoon, I got back in the garage and I'm prying gently on the staples to get them pulled loose. And first it took a screwdriver to get enough room to get a pair of needle nose pliers, or I actually use diagonal cutters, because then I could, the diagonal cutters have a wider body and I could pry the staple up by turning the diagonal cutters, and it would pull up one end, and then I could just use the diagonal cutters to gently pop up the other staple. And so all those staples, I got all of them out but half of one, and that one broke off level with the garnish molding. So I'm happy with that. 9/10 of them or whatever, 9.5. I don't know for sure now that I'm going to put those staples back. Quickest path to getting this done in my book is to use some urethane adhesive, weather stripping, and just lay a little bit down and put that track back. Now I am probably going to do a combination. I'm going to put a few staples in and then apply a little bit of that cement on the back side of that track, just to help hold it all in place. Okay. Now, using Croyle on that garnish molding, it went everywhere. It kind of ran, off the front and off the back, and it kind of made it a Croyle-y mess. So I had to employ lots of wax and grease remover, and I soaked it and cleaned it a number of times to get to prep it, because that inside lip where the fuzzy attaches was rusty. So I sanded the rust down and got it primed. Um, and well, cleaned first, of course, and then sanded, and I've got it primed now, and it's in good shape. So I can get the fuzzy put on that tomorrow. Now on the car door, like I said, the fuzzy is held in with clips that are mounted that are part of the fuzzy track. So all I had to do was go in there and get it. Well, they were very solidly mounted, but not rusted. So I had to take a pair of needle nose or diagonal cutters and a screwdriver to pop those clips out far enough to grab them because they were flush. Everything else on that fuzzy strip disintegrated except the clips, which were stuck in the slotted holes along through there. So the replacement, it was a perfect fit, and so you can actually put it in without worrying about where the location of the wing vent. So tomorrow I plan to put the wing vent assembly in and the fuzzy strips. Now the car is painted, and I'm not going to worry about the external fuzzy strip, but the internal one I really want to paint that garnish molding and have it done before I apply the fuzzy strip. And to be quite honest, I could put everything together and even put the garnish molding in the door without the fuzzy strip until I'm ready to paint. Because I plan on painting all the garnish around the windshield and the doors and around the rear windows before I'll get them painted sometime, but I want them, they're going to go black. They'll be solid black. So, and I've got to sand them. They're in primer right now, but I need to sand them with scuff them up a little bit. They're smooth. They're in good, ready to paint condition. At the let me give you a look at the garnish molding and the staple holes that I have after prepping it and priming it. All right, and before on the way there, I want to show you another project, quick project I worked on today. I found a guy selling almost new bumper guards, front bumper guards for this 55 Chevy on eBay. And he had a, X number of dollars or make offer. Well, I shot him a kind of low ball offer, and he took it. One of the bumper guards has a hinky where it caught on something or something bumped into it at the under. Actually, it's where it tucks under your front bumper. You can't see it unless you know exactly what you're looking for. And it's just a very, very minor defect. And so he was selling them at a tremendous discount over brand new. And anytime I can save a buck or two or three or 15 or 20, I'm all over it. So I've got the bumper guards on there, and it looks great. I got the Chevy without bumper guards, which means that every bolt that connects the three sections together is visible, and it's ugly, dog ugly. So I was happy to get the bumper guards and get them put on. So anyway, we'll give you a quick look at that on the way to the other side of the shop. All right. There are my new bumper guards. Nice and shiny and look really nice. And let me back up a little bit. All right, you see this blue rug? This is like 4.5 by, I don't know, 8 or 10 feet. It's a rug that my wife got me specifically for crawling around here on the floor. This concrete is hard, and this offers a little padding. Not a lot, but a little bit. So it's a nice addition. All right, let's go check out that garnish molding. All right, guys, here's the garnish molding. This is the inside lip that faces the passenger seat. And you can see exactly where the garnish, you can see exactly where the fuzzy track goes. And all those nice little holes. Let's see, where's the one that broke off? It's not that one, not that one. Let's see. Well, I may have painted over it. Can't see it now. But anyway, you can see where the staples go. And since the fuzzy track already has the holes mounted in the same spot, why not use the staples? And I painted, of course, I painted all of this, which had crow oil on it, and this side of the uh, and this side of the molding too. So it's pretty much ready to rock and roll. But I think I'm going to paint it first, and I may go ahead and just paint this one and have it done and ready, and go ahead so I can get the fuzzy track on it. Let's see, but there's something else I want to show you. Oh, one more thing. Now you see that slot and this one and this one. This is on the inside of the door opening, and so you can see, well, you can see that the fuzzy comes down to here. Here's the final slot, and then the vent window is going to go here. Now there is a little bit of rust there, but I'm gonna let that ride. All right, now I've got to rehab some of the trim holes, but anyway, I'm probably going to go ahead and take off the garnish molding on the driver's door and paint them both at the same time. And I could go ahead and put the fuzzy track on the garnish molding in preparation for rehabbing that door. All right. Oh, one more thing. Just one more thing. All right, we're underneath the hood of the 55 Chevy, and I just wanted to show you the latest addition to the under hood. This little device right here. Now, I don't know about you, but when I have a car parked for a long time, I'm concerned that the battery is going to go flat. On a Tri-5, you're not going to have anything drawing current from the battery in most cases. Now, if you have the retro-looking quartz clock, that clock will be draining your battery slightly, but it will over time. And I've had more than one battery go dead because of a modern vehicle, because there was a slight drain on it, and it sat for months. And next time when I tried to start it, the battery is flat. Now this little device, I've got it hooked into the negative terminal. This little screw thingy actually connects this terminal with the ground terminal. And when you disconnect this thing, when you screw it out, it disconnects the battery. Now you can't tell because this thing is still in the threaded, but it's only threaded in one half of it. It doesn't connect them together. And it doesn't connect until you get close, get it tightened up, and then it connects. And I like being able to completely disconnect the battery, and it'll stay charged that way. And anyway, it's just I got this device. I saw it on Amazon, and I thought, well, let me give it a try. Now I've got disconnects that when you remove the center part, the device comes in half. So you're physically disconnecting the battery. That's not the case with this one. It's this device here, this screw, that completes the connection between the battery cable and the battery connector. It's pretty slick. And actually, if you're looking at it, you can't tell it's disconnected. You know, you think, well, it's not an open circuit. Well, sure enough, now it is. Anyway, it's a slick little device, and I don't know that it's considered anti-theft, but it certainly is it's not an anti-theft device per se, but it's an anti-letting your battery run down device. All right, guys, here's the garnish molding. This is the inside lip that faces the passenger seat. And you can see exactly where the You can see exactly where the fuzzy track goes, and all those nice little holes. Let's see, where's the one that broke off? It's not that one, not that one. Let's see. Well, I may have painted over it. Can't see it now. But anyway, you can see where the staples go. And since the fuzzy track already has the holes mounted in the same spot, why not use the staples? And I painted, of course, I painted all of this, which had crow oil on it, and this side of the uh, and this side of the molding too. So it's pretty much ready to rock and roll. But I think I'm going to paint it first, and I may go ahead and just paint this one and have it done and ready, and go ahead so I can get the fuzzy track on it. It won't take long to paint it black. All right, that'll do it. Take care. We'll see you next time here in the Shade Tree Garage.